Guyana, Bob, she's the Jamaican captain, and Daniel Mans, the Guyana captain. We have match referee, Mr. Jory Edwards, and our reserve umpire, Mr. Laurie. Who's going to throw the toss?
So Adania has the coin, she throw the coin, and then Nelly will come. Heads is the call. It's the tails.
We'll have a bat.
So Jamaica winning the toss with a bat. Any changes to your team from the last game?
Yes, there's one change. We're taking out Nevaeh Wedley for Sumaya Lewis.
Confident after your victory in the last game that you could do it again today?
I feel like we're pretty confident, but we're never underestimating anyone, so we'll just see how the game goes.
Good luck and all the best.
Thank you.
And we call in Miss Mans. Any changes for us up for your team? A good performance against Barbados, despite the loss in the last game. You really tried in the field.
Trinidad.
Trinidad, yes.
It was good, yeah, but I think bowling today is going to be better.
Why you think so?
Guys, I think the pitch is good. After looking at the game today, I think the pitch is good.
All right, good luck and all the best.
Thank you.
So that's it from the middle. Jamaica winning the toss and electing to bat. And the first ball will be bowled short. brings up the end of the over. It's 6 without loss. A steady start from the Guyanese.
Yeah, very good start.
Jamaican, sorry.
All round. Obviously, that penultimate delivery of that previous over going for 4. But 6 runs coming from it. Obviously, Morgan leading the charge. She faced 5 deliveries of the 6. Looks quite strong and powerful, so she'll be hoping to somewhat emulate what we saw this morning from Ebony Brathwaite. If you remember, the first 100 in this women's rising, under 19 Rising Stars tournament.
Did have a word with Sherwin Campbell, the Barbados coach, after they were leaving at the end of the game. Said that she was taken to the hospital for precautionary x-rays, just to make sure everything is all right with her. Didn't expect anything serious, but you never know. She took a tumble in the outfield just before the end of the game, and she was taken away by the ambulance. So we'll keep you abreast of her condition, should we get further information.
Yeah, it was quite explosive if you missed it. 136 she scored earlier today out of a total of 207.
Good delivery there by Shanisa Thomas to Samara Hall, beating her outside of off stump, keeping a bit low as well. So
you wouldn't expect too much bounce. Young Thomas, not the tallest at the moment, but she did get a bit of outswing, which was good to see. A bit of shape away with her little medium pacers. There again, nice shape away from the right-hander.
Speaking to the Guyanese captain at the toss, she was indicating that she feels that the wicket is going to play better in the second game. In the air, will someone get on it? Dropping well short, and a single for Hall. She goes to 2.
Yeah, I'll have to agree with her with that comment in terms of what we saw in the previous game. 300 over 300 runs. You expect the wicket to settle down even more. We haven't had any rain, so conditions will be even better for batting, I think, in this second game. Hopefully the players can take advantage.
There's a chance to run out. Had that been thrown to the what? Did it go to the wicketkeeper's end? No, it didn't. Had that maybe thrown to the wicketkeeper's end, that could have spelled a little bit of bother for Tiandra Morgan, because she was certainly coming down the track looking for a single. She had to hit the brakes and scramble back in. This is nicely turned around the corner. She waited on it, but straight to the fielder at square leg, just slightly backward of the square leg umpire. But you can see she's definitely placed there for that shot. So we're in the first power play, the second over, a wide signal by umpire Thompson. David Tate with the more pronounced beard. Is that square leg? I think he did the first game as well. And I reckon that in Liberta, don't know who he would have been standing with in terms of the umpiring duties. It's not a single, well, attempted single again. Maybe a little bit too anxious to get the singles in the situation as it is, because the fielders are closely in and the ball is going immediately straight to them. So they have to be careful of how they think about, getting these quick singles, Maddie. But Guyana still doing what would be required of them after 2 overs. Jamaica 8 without loss.
Yeah, that was a good over that from Thomas. Just 2 runs coming from it. 1 wide and a single. So in terms of her economy, she'll be happy with that. And she's getting a nice little away swing to the right-handers as well. She'll be difficult to get away if she can land the ball in her areas.
First ball of the third over. Played quietly to the offside.
Yeah, Guyana would be happy with this start in terms of limiting the amount of boundaries so far in this. What would that make it after this delivery? 3.4 overs remaining of the first power play. We've seen both teams well and truly out of sight almost by that time.
Deliberate shot by Hall, getting that one on the full and getting it away between mid wicket and the fielder at mid on for 4. So length delivery, and it was Hall just using the bat and deliberately hitting it in the air, safely away from any fielder. And the second boundary of the Jamaican innings, 12 without loss, still in the third over. Much better delivery and steered down to short third man.
And on the delivery, that was hit for 4, Colin. Once again, another bowler from the airport road end, just over pitching. It was a full toss. Seen a multitude of full tosses, especially from that airport road end.
They're coming up slightly,
Slightly
gradient.
uphill, I guess.
Down the onside and swept away. But good fielding by the long leg fielder.
That's a shot we've seen. Majority of batters actually play quite well, that sweep shot.
That looks to be Jada Foster, fielder there. As I said, I know the Guyanese team in the field, they're very enthusiastic. That will be signaled wide by the umpire. This time she didn't get any bat onto it, as previously as Hall did. Hall comes back into strike. Henry continues. Just turned around the corner, but no chance of a run there. Brings up the end of the over. 15 without loss after 3.
Yeah, 7 runs coming from that over. So keeping up the scoring rate here, Jamaica early. At least when Aliyah Henry is on. She's conceded 13 from her 2. What's been good to see, there hasn't been too many wides, too many extras to begin with. The odd delivery maybe just drifting down the leg side, but discipline very important, especially in the first 6. It's of heightened importance. It'll be Shanisa Thomas to continue.
Thomas, powerfully built. Let's see if she exercises, she uses the benefit of her physique to really muscle the ball away. This time she's driving pleasantly. Maybe not as tall as Morgan. Morgan looks to be the taller of the two, but also Jason Thomas will have other ideas of the outside edge of the bat.
I like the areas in which Shanisa Thomas is employing here, though. Once again, obviously it's full. full in length, but very disciplined in terms of her line. More often than not, it's off stump or just outside. The odd delivery may be drifting onto the legs, but very disciplined stuff. Just there.
And I bowl straight, you miss,
Mm.
I hit. And that's what exactly happened there, Barry. You were just singing her praises in terms of her discipline to good line and length. And on that occasion, she got it spot on target. It kept a bit low. And more fall of the first Jamaican wicket. 17 for 1. Tiandra Morgan going back to the pavilion to be replaced by Captain Adina Bah, the niece of Carlton.
Mm. So once again, another player with that pedigree in terms of that family name, being involved in cricket and at a high level as well. Carlton Bar, as you mentioned, the former West Indies wicketkeeper batter.
And she has a confident look about herself, and she speaks very well as well.
Daniel Bar, right-handed batter, new batter in. We did say Shanisa Thomas would be difficult to get away if she can maintain her line and length, and so far it's been the case. Just conceded 4 runs, picked up the wicket on a previous delivery. She's again on the money, full in length this time.
We have seen just slightly wide of off stump, and Boyce going back on the back foot, but not getting bat onto ball.
So she's conceded just 2 in this over so far. Can she escape? 1 delivery remaining. Can she get out this over without any real damage? Oh, yes.
Very good delivery there. Had maybe a Dinah Bar gone through with the shot,
Yeah.
could have spelled the end of her as well. But good thinking by Bar, good bowling by Thomas. At the end of it, it's the 4th over, 17 for 1. Jamaica winning the toss and batting first.
Yeah, choosing to bat. Obviously, wickets in hand in this format of the game, so important. So if they can keep up this rate, keep wickets in hand, it allows you the luxury of going extra hard towards the back end of the innings.
This is the 5th over, last one of the first power play. There's a long leg. A semi-attacking field, if I can call it that, being employed by the Guyanese. As Henry with a 3rd over.
It's a well set field, especially with the line the bowlers are employing. Obviously, they don't have any boundary riders on the offside. Boundary riders of fine leg and a wide long on. The 2 fielders on the boundary. But it's good, accurate, disciplined stuff. And the trajectory of these deliveries, not too high. It's quite skiddy, both these bowlers for Guyana, not the tallest, so you don't expect too much bounce. And they're not allowing the Jamaican batters to get under these deliveries. They'll be looking for 2.
I don't think they'll chance it. Not a bad return by the fielder, but she would want to get it closer to the bowler who is backing up at the non-striker's end. Down the onside, delivered by Henry. They'll at least get 2 here. because it was much straighter for the field that long leg to come around to her right, and she did prevent the boundary. So a little strain in the line there by Henry.
What's good to see from this Guyanese team, though, every time the ball goes into the outfield and the throw comes in, you see the fielders moving to back up either the non-striker or the striker's end. That tells me it's a well-coached team.
Yeah, Jermaine Smart certainly doing her job.
Have a look here again. Number 45 comes into the picture just to do the backing up. So showing good awareness. Skipper Danielle Mans. She has some work to do now as well. This time through extra cover. Slight misfield. Powerfully hit. Just 2?
Yeah. $23 for 1 after 5. So Jamaica, although they would have lost the wicket, still not a bad scoring rate in the circumstances.
I think for them as well, similar to the Leewards, they'll be hoping for 3 figures and above. They can get to 110, 120, even more, 130, 140. I think that will put them in good position. Just the 1 over remaining here in the power play. So Jamaica want to make use of these 6 deliveries as well. Got to keep that positive intent. That doesn't mean being reckless per se. It's about being smart. Fine leg comes into the circle, mid on, goes back to long on. And you've got deep extra cover as well. So well set field here. Has to be offside though for the bowler, Guyana Leach. Number 58 on her back. Oh, that was close.
Yeah.
Just to keep an eye on the umpire here. Not sure if there was a bit of bat involved in that one. In fact, there was.
Yeah, maybe the bottom edge.
Yeah, another inside edge. Just going past the stumps. This one's hit high in the air, goes straight to the skipper. Mans takes the catch. The second wicket goes down for Jamaica. Guyana have taken or held their catches so far. 2 have come. And in fact, 1 has come. Previous batter was dismissed bowled. And it's good to see that enthusiasm in the celebration. They're well up for it here at the Coolidge Cricket Ground. Bar has to go for just 3. 25 for 2 now.
I think Bar was a little bit impatient there in the circumstances. Yes, could have maybe kept it on the ground, although it was there to be hit. You just got to sometimes keep the ball on the ground, and I don't think you'll give a catch if you play the delivery on the ground.
Yeah,
But
bit of a top edge, looking to go the aerial route. You can tell she's very disappointed with that.
I don't think she will be getting a good look from her coach.
This has been a good start from Leach.
Yeah.
Her first over. All round, it's been a very disciplined start from the Guyanese.
Looks to be a leg spinner. No. Off. Turning into the batsman, the batter slightly. During the break between the matches, Marty, I happened to run into your former St. Joe's Academy schoolmate Kerry Skeppel and his wife,
Right.
Patrice.
Taking in the action.
Yes, and no doubt coming to support their daughter, who didn't get a chance to bat in the leeward's innings, but we saw in the outfield she was
This one's a
energetic.
chance, run out chance, and Guyana has been good in the field. They've been an organized unit. Once again, it was Skipper Mans recognizing the opportunity. She was going to go to the wicketkeeper's end, chooses to go to the bowler's end, and it was the right decision. So 3 wickets down. And as we were saying earlier, Colin, this is looking like a well-drilled unit so far.
Yes, I have to agree with you, Amadi, because when they played against Trinidad and Tobago on Sunday in Liberta, they were defending just about, 81, 82. And they really took it right down to the wire to some extent against the Trinidadians. And it went down to, I think, the second to last over before Trinidad won.
Which tells you that, at least in the field,
They backed themselves.
yeah, they back themselves. They're very organized and they execute. That was great match awareness there. Once again, good delivery. Well, that was the wicket. This was the catch. Skipper Mans taking the catch, obviously congratulated by her teammates. This was a run out. Have a look at this. Have a look at this. She picks the opportunity, sees the opportunity and takes it. Wasn't rushed, took her time to analyze the situation. That was good to see. And she executed a very good throw. Leach as well was in a very good position in which to take that and affect the run out. So 2 wickets coming in that over, one via the run out route, the other a good catch, both affected by Skipper Mann. So she's made an impact already in the field.
Yeah, very enthusiastic little cricketer there, developing for Guyana, maybe hopefully for West Indies on the 19 team, because after this tournament there's going to be a 30-member squad selected. Let me make sure I'm calling the number right.
I think she's got ball in hand now as well, young man. So looking to make an
Yes.
impact with ball, with her leggies.
Very noticeable action as well.
It's a very difficult art in which to pursue in terms of bowling leg spin, wrist spin.
No doubt
But,
she'll be looking
yeah,
to be among the 20 selected after this tournament for this high performance camp from the 16th to the 30th of August in Antigua.
that's something these girls will get accustomed to as well. That one's just slightly dragged down. What they'll slightly get accustomed to, Colin, dealing with being away from home for extended periods as well.
Yes.
They'll come here for the tournament, and like you said, the 20 will be picked and asked to stay on. That will be for what, another 2 weeks or so?
Yeah. 14 days.
Yeah, so they'll be away from home for
At least a month.
a month at least.
Because they arrived in Antigua at least 5 days before the tournament started.
Exactly. That in itself comes with its different pressures. But how good have they been in the field? They've hardly put a foot wrong even there.
Yeah.
Jiraiya Rodriguez in that short fine leg position, putting her body on the line, getting around, making sure the ball doesn't get past.
It's a chance in this quick single, but they will get it easily in the end because there was a misfield. Maybe that's the first blemish from the Guyanese in the field this afternoon.
Yeah, she did so well to get there in the end. It was a throw.
Captain Mans had a quiet word with her. There were a lot of knowledgeable heads at Liberta on Sunday, Mali. No other than the great Hugh Rashad ex-Gore.
Nice.
Oh.
It's good delivery, that.
Yes.
What's been good to see, she's landing the ball more often than not, Mans, especially with her leg spinners. Her hands haven't fully grown, so I'm sure she's not gripping it as tightly as she possibly can. But she's landing it well. That's a fantastic delivery. Turn and bounce.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like what I see from the skipper Mans as well.
Yeah. And she's very much in the game. She's not afraid to pull up her teammates whenever they don't do what the correct thing. And there a while ago, before that
Yes.
last delivery, she was indicating to one of the fielders that they weren't backing up as well as they should have, and the throw should have come directly over the stumps.
It's good to see quite a few of the Leeward Islands players still hanging around, taking in the action here at the Coolidge Cricket Ground.
I'm happy to see that, because you can only learn by watching your opponents play and looking at what will confront you, especially the Leewards have to play against Guyana.
Coming up.
That could be a crucial game. Could be crucial in the sense if the Leewards finish among the top 3.
Yes.
Because a win or in the next game, which I think is well, let me check the fixtures. They know they have a game tomorrow. Just going to put it up here.
We have seen this on a couple of occasions. Now outside that power play, with the option to really spread the field, and they're not really taking it. They're keeping the pressure on, especially in the offside. There's another run-out chance there. Just the 3 fielders on the boundary. Long on, deep extra cover, and deep backward square. We've got the option to use 2 more. A maximum of 5 fielders can be outside the circle. And once again, this is a fantastic start from Leach. So the pressure is on early in the over in terms of just a one dot. And we're halfway through. This is where you induce mistakes in this format of the game.
There's building pressure.
It's well played off the back foot, played into the gap for a single. Still extra 0, so 2 deliveries remaining. So that's fantastic to see. From a West Indian cricket perspective, this Guyanese team very disciplined.
For a moment, they looked to be a chance of a catch there. Straight back to the bowler, but it dropped just in front of Leach. Kiana Leach, just conceding 5 runs. She's into a second over, last ball. Beating the bat of Shashane Ricketts. Brings up the end of the over. 32 for 3 after 8. Jamaica batting first. The umpire is quickly signaling for some assistance for the Jamaican batter. She seems to be in a lot of discomfort, and with the frantic waves by the umpires, it's clear that there's a level of concern about the Jamaican batter Samara Hall. Maddie, I don't know what happened. Didn't see anything on. Seems to have been maybe a little bit dehydrated, but is it a Guernsey? Oh, that's the brand name, the stretcher. I know some people refer to it as a Guernsey. I know that's the brand name. We say the EMT workers are coming on. The train as well for the Guyana team is making her way on. But there seems to be some discomfort from the point of view of nothing physical from what I can discern. Samara Hall, She's been placed on the stretcher now. The Jamaican manager is out there as well.
Maybe just seems to be struggling with her breathing
Yes,
at
yes,
the
something of that
moment.
nature, yes.
Yeah. She was called on. Not sure if she suffers with asthma or has a pre-existing condition, but it's good to see the EMTs have got her onto that stretcher. And what hasn't been good to see is that yet another of these players being wheeled off on a stretcher. It was Ebony Brathwaite earlier.
Let's hope that she's all right. Shamara Hall.
And I think what's going to be apparent, and it's also because of the
humid
advances in
conditions.
technology as well here with these matches being streamed. But what we're going to see in real time is a lot of these girls coming to grips with the rigors of elite sport. And it'll be happening right before our eyes. So we always have to take that into account as well. Not the most experienced haven't come through the age groups. Most times when by the time boys get to the under 19 level, they would have played under 12, under 13s, under 15s, under 17s. It's not the same for these ladies. So we always have to take that into account. But let's just hope that young Shamara Hall is okay and at some point can re-emerge into this match. Not out 13 of 20 deliveries. New batter. Akoya Green, wicketkeeper batter for Jamaica.
She gets a first round green.
Yeah, they've really put the clamps on of the Guyanese in the field. This one's another chance, this time opting to go to the wrong end. It's a fielder at short third man. Christina Jackson. Another run-out opportunity. This one's pulled down slightly. But once again, there's a Guyanese fielder in the way. It's just one run. Got away with that one, did Daniela Mans. Wide signal this time. So it's not so much that the umpires are being lenient on the leg side wides now, Colin. There's a difference in the way that they're judged. Everything down the leg side isn't wide anymore. That's accurately informed.
I think I'm gonna have a chat with them at the break of the innings to get to, what's the interpretation.
There's a guideline that
Yeah.
they're using as well down the leg side, that blue mark as well.
Yes.
So it's not only on the off, it's down the leg. Whereas in the past, anything down the leg side would be considered wide.
Yeah. Brings up the end of the 8th over. Jamaica batting first in this CWI Rising Stars Women's Under 19 Championship game against Guyana at the Codis Cricket Ground in Antigua, 33-43. So Shane Ricketts is on 3. Samara Hall, who retired hurt on 13, has been replaced by Nicoya Green. And Leach will continue with the third over. Dabbed into the offside. And there's the scampering figure of the Guyanese captain moving to her left of field. She seems to just command an air of presence when she's in the field.
Some players are like that. You think of a Jonty Rhodes, Ricky Ponting, Keith Atherton, players such as that. They always made their presence known in the field. Just there again. Saving at least an extra run there.
Moving quickly and smartly to her left.
Looks like Shanisa Thomas on that occasion in a point. And there's nowhere to hide in this format of the game. The ball's definitely going to come to you at some point. You've got to be able to
react, respond.
Yeah, and be able to contribute to your team. So far, it's been good stuff. This from Guyana, 33 for 3. In fact, 37 for 3.
Leach is keeping it very tight. Is that smart running? No. Well, it turned out to be. Maybe had the return been not in front of the stumps but over. Could have been a little tricky situation there, but nonetheless, it's a single. Brings up the end of the 9th over. And it's 38 for 3 Jamaica after winning the toss and electing to bat.
We're going to have drinks and over early.
Maybe 2 from that little break we had when the Jamaican batter Morgan Hall felt a little bit some discomfort and was taken off the field on the stretcher. So we too will take a short break with the score Jamaica 38 for 3. So we are back here at the Coolidge Cricket Ground in Antigua for continued live coverage of the Cricket West Indies Rising Stars Women's Under-19 match between Jamaica, who are 38 for 3 against Guyana. This is over the 10th over of 20 to be bowled by the Guyanese medium pacer, Brianna Samaru. There was an Abidesh Samaru some years ago playing cricket for Trinidad, or was it Guyana?
Possibly.
Trinidad? Yeah. Second ball, Samaru is bowling in her at the start of a spell down the onside, and as Mali has been saying, most of the bowlers have strayed in their line coming from the airport road end.
It's just been a bit more of a struggle for the bowlers, especially the quicker bowlers bowling from that end.
Brianna Samaru.
It's a good delivery, good outswing there. Good movement on these deliveries. She's got the red dye in her hair. It's really making her stand out. I thought she was still bowling in her cap for a second.
You know the ladies always like to look fashionable.
You're right.
She'll try against Samaru. Green has been very circumspect facing up to Samaru. She's on 1. This one she hits in the air, and the catch is just spilled at the last moment. She looked as if she had it covered. She was coming in from a wideish mid-on position, and she got both hands to it, but just couldn't hold on. Is that number 58 in Leach? Or is it 56 in Shanisa Thomas? I know there's a 5 on the back of her.
I think it's Jayara.
Just beaten outside of the off stump is Green. She would
well
have gotten 2 runs.
There, didn't she?
Yes, it was a very good effort. And as you were saying, Mali, you can't hide. And she certainly wasn't shirking her responsibility to come in and try to take that catch.
That's the first blemish in terms of catching we've seen from Guyana.
Slow delivery, just floated up on about the off stump. Getting a single because the gap between the bowler and the mid-on fielder is a bit wide, and the single taken. 3 runs off the over, and Jamaica 41 for 3. There was a fantastic catch taken by one of the Guyanese fielders in the match against Trinidad. There was a left-handed batter for Trinidad, I think, Mohammed, and she really flicked it around the corner powerfully, and the fielder took a tremendous catch there.
Looks like we have Shawnisa Hector, the Antiguan West Indian player, West Indies women's player here checking out the actions. Good to see her.
Coming to take a look.
Yeah.
Observing what's going on. That's good. That's good. So another bowling change. Number 60. Christina Jackson. First delivery on target.
Slightly balls off the wrong leg based on that first delivery.
Yes. One of the conversation I would like to have with some of these players is to ask them, what motivated them and maybe who the player have seen and who's they try to emulate in terms of their batting or bowling.
So every now and again, you see a bowler pop up with a slightly unorthodox action, especially bowling off the wrong leg. It's not something you see too often. I think back to Anthony Merrick, someone you would know.
Yes.
Former Antigua Leeward Islands county player as well. Bowling off the wrong leg. And at times, it's very difficult for the bowler for the batter to time, especially if they're seeing you for the first time.
Yeah, Merrick would have come at a time when there was a generation of fast bowlers.
Imagine if he was around now, it'd be so different. Possibly his trajectory. Once again, another run-out opportunity. If she could gather cleanly on the first attempt, Skipper Mans would have had an opportunity to run out. Nicoya agreed?
I think it's something that the Jamaican coach Shane Books is going to have with his players. Maybe a little bit too anxious to get the single when the ball is played directly to the fielder. A little bit of misfield there. The ball was turned around the corner. Green nonetheless got a single.
And it's where Guyana have been very good. Even when the bowlers have strayed and the ball has been hit well, they've managed to have fielders in the right position. Once again, just using that protected area mark as a guideline down the leg side. So no wide signal. The end of that Jackson over. Guyana keeping things very tight here. 42 for 3. Jamaica after 10.
I think the Jamaican batters, these two and the others to follow, would want to see how much now they can get. Maybe 6, 7 runs and over. Because they need to make a good score. I don't think anything below 90 would be enough for them to defend. Wide of the leg stump, signal.
So as you're seeing now, there are 2 blue marks. I'm not sure if they're visible on your screen at home, but you can look at the non-striker's end and see
the total
4
ones.
blue marks, yes. And they're there on the leg side as well. So they use that as an indicator on both sides of the wicket. It's also a protected area indicator as well. So killing 2 birds with 1 stone. That one signal wide.
I'm just looking for the Guyanese captain where she's fielding. She's there at mid-off. Strain again and
it's important these young ladies don't lose too much confidence there. You could tell Samaru's confidence just dropped. Her shoulders dropped after that one was signal wide. Good captaincy now by Skipper Mans coming over, having a word, just slowing her down. Good astute captaincy. She's just losing it slightly here.
4th consecutive delivery signal wide by the umpire.
She's got to stay strong on her delivery stride. Just seems to be losing power, losing balance when that front foot lands. She needs to stay confident now. She's opted to take off that sleeve off her bowling arm. Better, a lot better. Full in length, but Much better line that from Samaru. So as you said, 4 consecutive wides. This will be a long over. Should be hoping not to concede any boundaries or maximums to add.
Good shot.
Mm.
Beating the mid-off fielder and the captain, Mans, and going down to the boundary for 4. Good shot there. That will do her confidence a world of good.
Yeah, what's happening now to Samaru is she's just lost a bit of confidence. Now she's just putting the ball there as opposed to bowling it. Just as you see there. Just
And over
putting
pitching
it
as
there.
well.
Yes, so just needs to stay confident here. Trust her skills, Samaru. We do expect to see this, though, in this tournament. So we're not judging her too harshly. Better. Much better delivery, that.
There's a chance to run out at the non-striker's end, but then got it keenly by Leach. The batter had enough time to get back into her crease. Green at the non-striker's end. Oh, this one is very wide of leg stump. Very, very wide. And from the moment the ball left her hand, she could see that she was in frustration, knowing that it was going to spray down the leg side and a wide. The 5th of the over is being called.
Yeah, and a fantastic take that by the wicket-keeper, Keela Stevens. Had to make a lot of ground down the leg side, make up a lot of ground indeed. Definitely saved extra runs.
It's a deliberate shot over the infield fielders and goes over the go down to the boundary for 4. So beating, clearing the head of the fielders inside the circle at point and cover, and 4 runs.
Yeah, exactly what young Samaru didn't want. She's bowled a few wides and now she just serves one up outside that off stump. Full in length. So a boundary to add to the wides. She's still got a delivery remaining.
Strain down leg side again. 56 for 3. Over still not yet completed.
Yeah, so it's been a long over this. It's given Jamaica quite a few extra runs in this over. She's opting to change her line or her angle now, going around the wicket to the right-hander. She's into the pads.
Chance to run out.
Once again.
She still has another delivery to go.
Oh, wow. Can she escape? Can she escape without any further damage here? Previous delivery was a good one. Into the legs.
She'll try again.
A lot better. But if you see where she just finished, she finished right down the middle of the track. So, something for her to be aware of.
And she's having a word with umpire Tate.
It's what you expect. These girls wouldn't have been in this situation too often. Being asked to bowl from around and over the wicket. Just 7 overs remaining now. 42 deliveries. Jamaica 57 for 3. 110, 120 definitely on the cards if they can keep wickets in hand.
Christina Jackson, the bowler. Her second. Missed a run up. We'll start over again. A run for green. And quite sensibly, knowing the situation, playing it.
And apart from that previous over from Samaru, Guyana still opting to crowd these Jamaican batters.
Keeping the pressure on. An airy drive on drive there, but safe.
I mean, they've got two fielders outside the circle, but really one fielder on the boundary. Long on. The other fielder outside the circle is deep, well, backward square. So we've got the option of using 5 boundary riders, but they're keeping this pressure on. That's good to see. In fact, skipper Mans as well at mid-off is outside the circle.
Ricketts is backing up too far. She's lucky to get back into her crease there a while ago, Mali, because Green just turned that around the corner to short, fine leg. And there was Ricketts backing up and had to scramble back into her crease. Had the throw gone to the boulder's end, she could have been in a spot of bother there. 59 for 3. Delivery down the onside, bouncing once or twice before going to the wicketkeeper. Signal wide. I think we're having an issue with our on-screen graphics. A single. Well judged on this occasion. Green, maybe seeing that she was going to the danger end, knowing that the fielder was widely set. She could have come to for the single quickly, and she didn't with no alarm. So good thinking on the part of Green. 61 the score. 3 wickets down. This one is played with an angle bat past the cover fielder. It will go pretty close to the boundary rope and will be hauled back in, and the batters were able to cross for 2 runs. That may be going at the pace they would want to, as we watch a British Airways flight taking off from the VC Bird International Airport. I wonder if they're on their way to another Caribbean island before coming back for the later pickup to go to England this evening.
Possibly.
Beaten outside of off stump, but she was able to scramble back into her crease before the stump was broken. And that brings up the end of the over. With 6 to go, it's 63 for 3. Jamaica against Guyana.
Yeah, good contest this. Good contest. Jamaica maybe not scoring at the rate that they'd want to, but they're keeping wickets in hand. Guyana making a change. Samaru comes out to the attack. Looks like Shanisa Thomas back in. So 6 overs remaining here. Thomas bowled 2 overs for 4 in her first spell. Starts with a wide. Picked up a wicket as well. She was really good with that new ball, especially from the media center end. In fact, it's Aaliyah Henry to continue. Very similar looking.
That one is going down the onside. 2 runs to Green. And I think Green has batted sensibly since she came to the crease after the retirement of, and she's out. She's out bowled. So I was saying that Green was showing a good head in terms of her approach, but she misjudged that delivery and was bowled. She had actually replaced Samara Hall, who had retired hurt. So Jamaica losing their 4th wicket with the score in 68, and it's Nakoya Green walking back to the pavilion.
Yeah.
Not a bad hand from her.
No, she tried her best, Nakoya Green. It was a good delivery that from Aaliyah Henry. They've managed to pick up wickets regularly so far, Guyana. That's just kept them in control. Just there wide of the crease, in between wicket and wicket, looking to go aerial was Nakoya Green. So through the gap, 4 wickets down now, Aaliyah Henry picks up her first. Just got 1 for 20, still got 3 deliveries remaining in her quarter.
Gotri, the new batter, number 29. Very enthusiastic little cricketer for Jamaica. She gets off the mark immediately, and you can see her enthusiasm in getting down to the non-strikers end as she went through very, very quickly there. Brings Ricketts on strike, and Ricketts is getting a single out on the offside.
Yeah, she's been slightly starved of the strike, Ricketts, since she's come in.
Gotry's defending and steering it just short of the point fielder. The stumps were broken with a direct throw.
That was close.
But Ricketts just got in the nick of time. That ends the over with 5 to go. Jamaica 69 for 4.
Yeah, 5 overs to go. From a Jamaican perspective, both teams have got to be seeing it as 30 deliveries as opposed to 5 overs. Looks like the skipper's going to come back into the attack. And so far, 15 overs gone. I think Guyana will be the happier of the 2 teams.
This is the skipper to continue. Yes. The Nelly Mans. There was a shot a while ago of your good friend Miss Turner. She seems to be joined by someone else.
Yeah, alongside her mate, taking in the action. Love the cricket here. They're obviously deep in discussion.
Ball spinning away.
She showed good control, Daniela Mans. That's been the most impressive thing with her leg spinner. She's landed the bar more often than not. Maybe she just pulls down a couple short. You do expect that. Also slightly balls off the wrong leg. Hop, skip, and a bounce. Wide signal.
There's a chance of a catch there. She made a valiant effort to get there. Leach just couldn't hold on to it one-handed.
It was a valiant diving effort. You need those to stick.
But showing the determination to get there. That's a good delivery.
It was. Must played right over that one, Ashanti Guthrie. So some good deliveries this from Mans under pressure.
Had that been closer to the stumps, it would have spelled the end of Godfrey. And she's stepping out and driving, ball spinning away from her.
Once again, a bit of turn.
Yeah.
A bit of turn available to her. Very encouraging signs, this. I think you could pencil her down into that 20 right now.
I think so. I think she will be one of the top 5 on my list.
Yeah.
Another delivery wide of the stumps and keeping low. The keeper can't hold on to it. And 2 leg buys. Or buys, sorry. Signal by umpire Thompson.
So final delivery now. It's just got 73 before. So we're saying every now and again she just pulls one down a little short. You do expect that though. But the field's well set. They only get 1. So 1 run to end that man's over. We're back. We got the graphics back. 4 overs remaining. 74 for 4. Shanna Ricketts. Top scoring so far with 18 from 27. And the wickets have been shared around for Guyana. It's been 1 for Aliyah Henry, 1 for Shanisa Thomas, also 1 for Kiana Leach. And we had that run out. I think Leach is going to come back into the attack now. Got 1 over remaining. Her figures have been outstanding. 3 overs, no maidens, 1 for 7.
The Jamaican substitute fielder. Well, she took something to the umpire, maybe from one of the 2 batters for Jamaica, for him to hold on to. Change of bowler from the northern far end. This one is pitching and going even further down the onside, taken by the wicketkeeper. It's Leach.
Yes.
She has changed ends. Previously, she bowled from the southern or commentary box end. And she's coming around the wicket, interestingly.
Yes, and they're pushing back that cover field onto the boundary.
They're returning into the batter, and bowler collided with the nonce. Is she run out?
Yes, she is.
Well, I was more looking at the non-striker's end because the batter had collided with the bowler,
There was a lot going
the
on
non-striker,
there.
and that might have prevented her from getting to the crease in time. The bat struck the bowler in the head, and there was a direct throw hitting the stumps, and that is another indication of how well the Guyanese have been fielding all afternoon.
Guess who it was again? Skipper Daniel Mann's in that position, affecting the run out this time via the direct hit. So she's definitely made a huge impact in the field. Almost from ball one, you could see she's a real live wire. She's so keen to get round, get to the ball, also to back up both ends. And there she was, live to the action once again. This time a direct hit. Didn't need the wicket keeper. She's accounted for 2 of the 5 wickets so far in the field. Have a look at this. Quick gets there. There was that collision.
Oh, wow. That was
Direct
deadly accurate. And then we see Leach on the ground, but she's
back up.
she's back up and showing a lot of bravery.
Once again, tells you how well this field's been set. Bit of a misfield there. Should really have been 1. But even when the bowler's straight, the fielders are in the right positions. And if not, they bust a gut to get there. And more often than not, they get some part of their body in the way.
Full toss pulled away for 4.
Yeah, the fielder could do absolutely nothing about that. Full toss, absolutely dispatched by Zariah Blair. And you could tell almost from ball 1 in terms of her backlift, her intent. She's looking to put bat on ball.
Blair's on 6 from 2. Score moves into the 80s, 81 for 5.
Have a look at the backlift again. High backlift on show.
She got a single here. Three more overs after this one. Jamaica need to up the scoring rate, and Blair has come in with that intention to up the scoring rate. Wickets is hammering off the backwood. Will get 2 comfortably. Scoring moves up to 84 for 5.
So they're inching their way up to a decent total here. Jamaica, I think 110 would be a very competitive score. 100, 110. Not actually sure how deep the Guyanese bat. But from what we've seen, we think that's a decent score. 17 gone, 84 for 5.
It's workable, but the closer they can get to 3 figures, the better they would feel. Because Jamaica too have a good crop of bowlers, and they would want to back themselves even with this score of 84, but anything closer to 100, they will even feel a little bit more confident.
So this is what we mean. There's more water being brought on here for the girls. We've just had that water break, a few overs ago. So they're obviously being told about it here by the umpires. And this is the part of the game where the coaches will have to get the girls up to speed. The fitness levels required will be very different to what they're used to. Especially when you think of getting through overs, you've got time limits, and the penalties that come with not getting through overs. Got to accelerate the education and the development of these young girls. Shanisa Thomas back into the attack.
This is Blair. As Mali has been saying, showing her aggressive intent with that high back lift.
Very much so.
She's a tall batter. Looks to have a powerful strike up the ball. This is played deliberately in the air. And the single.
But once again, young Thomas is accurate on the money, good length as well, not allowing the batter to get under these deliveries. Only conceded 4 runs in her first spell, 2 overs for 4. She's just conceded a couple singles so far.
Blair's not afraid to strike the ball, Maddie. Once she gets close enough to it and the bat makes contact, it's going to be a good strike.
Definitely.
She packs a good punch.
Once again, another good delivery, spearing in at the legs. This time a slight misfield. They're going to look for 2.
That's suicidal.
It would be suicidal. In the end, they choose not to. So all singles so far in this comeback over from Thomas.
Here goes Blair again, and she'll certainly get 4 for that one. She wasn't taking any prisoners there.
No,
she was making sure she put lead on, bat onto the ball and getting into the gap for 4.
Yeah, once again, the high backlift on show. Have a look at this. Big wind up. Gets the length that she wanted. Could actually free her hands to access the leg side. So she's raced to 13 from 6. Just what Jamaica would have wanted.
Scored to 92. Getting closer to 3 figures. 2 overs after this remaining.
So they're opting to use the extra fielder on the boundary now. In fact, they've still got 4. Can use an extra one. I don't know. Fine leg comes in.
Wide signal by the umpire.
Yeah, so that's the effect of that boundary.
Putting pressure on the bowler.
Yep. Haven't seen too many wides from Thomas. He's conceded 9 runs in this over so far. Her most expensive. And another wide. Inching closer to that 3-figure mark, the Jamaicans.
Thomas, and she gets her wicket. She has been searching for it. She kept on attacking the stumps, but Blair was always the measure of it. And on this occasion, she got one to keep low, and Blair playing over it and being bowled for, 13 important runs it might turn out to be for the Jamaican team. 94 for 5.
Yeah, nice little cameo that from Blair. More importantly, for Thomas, she removes her, finally getting her radar right towards the back end of this over. She's been put under a bit of pressure in this over, but she comes through it. It's what you want to see. Once again, not the tallest, not the most bounce available to her. But as you said earlier, Colin, you miss, I hit.
That's the old adage. I don't think it has been proven wrong in the fullness of time.
Have another bowling change from it would be Jackson with her 3rd over. She's also been very good from an economical standpoint. Just conceded 7 runs in her 2 overs so far.
So the new batter is Brianna Plummer.
I think they have 3 fielders on the boundary this time, Guyana.
Jackson the bowler. There's a chance of a catch and well judged and well held. She moved smartly to her left. The ball was played down to wideish mid-on, and the fielder coming across to her left, always keeping her eyes on it and outstretched hands and catch taken.
Yeah, that was a well-judged catch, that from Brianna Samaru, and I'm happy for her in the context of being able to contribute to her team, even in the field. She didn't have the best of overs, her last over, but she can hold her head a little higher now, pick her shoulders up. Took a good sound catch there at mid-on. We've seen quite a few of those type of catches spilt here today, but that looked very assured indeed. So 6-7 down now for the Jamaicans, 94 for 7. And more importantly, from a Guyanese perspective, 2 new batters at the crease. Wickets going for 22. So the top scorer having to depart. This is where Guyana can put a little stranglehold on and really control the back end of this innings. That projected score 103. Remains to be seen if that will be enough.
I think it's something the bowlers will believe they can work with. And she gets a second wicket.
Back to back. So she'll be on a hat-trick next time she bowls. Christina Jackson this time going Carlton bowls. Samira Lewis going first delivery. So that's what we're saying. Having 2 new batters at the crease, especially in this format of the game, towards the back end of an innings, can prove to be detrimental.
And she really warmed to her task there. Not afraid to keep it on about middle and off. And there was the batter. Not showing probably the technique that you would expect of her. But Jackson anticipating and holding on to that one.
Yeah, the bottom hand just coming off the bat there. So just losing her grip slightly was Samira Lewis. She had to go. So Christina Jackson on a hat-trick.
Let's see what will happen here.
It's been a historic day. We saw the first 100 in this Women's Under-19 Rising Stars tournament.
That was a short delivery and going down the onside and pulled away by the new batter for Jamaica. And she will get 2 runs.
Sometimes they'll be best served going to the wicket keeper's end with the throws, especially those long throws on the boundary. I'll be thinking about finding the wicket keeper at times.
This is Tianja Morgan at the crease for Jamaica. Slow delivery. And beating Morgan. Webley. But, I think she's the concussion replacement.
Oh, wow.
Because she was initially out of the starting 11. So, yes. Remember we had the injury, the replacement. So, interesting situation there. I did see the 72, but when I looked on the sheet and saw that she was out, I was wondering if there was a little change. But remembering that
Shamara Hall retired out hurt.
Yeah,
not out.
Yeah, Morgan actually opened with Hall and she only made 6. So 1 over after this one to go. This one, she's bold. So she didn't get the hat trick, but she certainly got 3 wickets in this over, Mali.
Definitely, that's what we're saying. Having the ability to bowl to 2 new batters. In fact, that was a free hit. So once again, we've maybe gone a bit early here in the commentary box. But it's been 2 wickets, but it's the ability to control the back end of the innings with having 2 new batters at the crease. It's an opportunity that you can't afford to slip.
This one is pulled around the corner. Good shot. Very productive. 4 runs.
Yeah, very, very productive indeed. For to end that over from Christina Jackson.
Heaver whip Willie. So score goes up to 98. Or is it, or the 100 has come up?
I think it's 98 for 8. 1 over remaining, 6 deliveries. So as we were saying, 110 definitely possible. 100 to 105, 110 will be quite competitive, I think.
Actually, the manual scoreboard over on the far side is saying 100. Maybe they're ahead of us, Mali.
Maybe. With Daniela Mans to bowl the final over of the innings. Ups to push long on back, long on cold corner, and deep mid wicket.
Probably the scores need to say something to the official scores need to say something to the manual scoreboard. We have been having these anomalies
at times.
Mans in a 4th and last over, strain down the leg side. So far 9 runs from her 3 overs. Tries again. This one is swung down to long on. Single quickly taken by the batters.
So yeah, we're back 102 the score now. So it's 102 for 8, 4 deliveries remaining. It's been a good contest. This.
So the manual scoreboard was right?
Yes.
Webley faces man. This is short and wide. And is she run out?
She's been given. So the square leg is given batter out there. They were obviously looking to come through for a single. Every run vital now. It's Webley that has to go. The 9th wicket down now for the Jamaicans. So in danger of being bowled out inside 20 overs. And it's Mans who picks up her first wicket of the day. So she's not only contributed in the field, affecting a couple runouts, there she is picking up her first wicket. Stumped by the wicketkeeper in slightly unorthodox fashion, but
yes. The Heaver Brown, the last batter for the Jamaicans, and she's getting a little bit of bat then onto pad, but she was struck clearly outside of off stump. 102 for 9. We're in the 28th over, and she's bowled, and that's the end of the Jamaican innings. And Captain Danelli Mans gets her second wicket of the over and receiving the applause of her teammates. And she would know that her team would have done a reasonably good job in the field. They will have 103 to make, and she'll be now hoping that her batters will go out there and get the necessary runs if Guyana were to win this match.
Yeah.
Your thoughts, Marty?
Yeah, she's led her team really well, hasn't she, Daniela Mann? She's effected 4 dismissals, 2 via her bowling and 2 with very good runouts. So 103 for Guyana to get. I think this will be very, very competitive indeed. These teams look evenly matched. What I'd like to see from the Guyanese team is that enthusiasm, that competitiveness, and they're just there in the huddle, staying very positive throughout. So I think we'll have an exciting second half to come. Join us in a few minutes where Guyana will be chasing 103 to win in their 20 overs. We'll be back in roughly 5 or 10 minutes or so for the run chase.
So we're back here at the Coolidge Cricket Ground in Antigua for the start of the Guyana under 19 women run chase against Jamaica. Jamaica being dismissed for 102. Guyana obviously needing 103 in 20 overs. Guyana 102 all out in 19.4 overs. Colin James joined by Mali Richards again. And Mali, looking from the perspective of seeing how the Jamaicans bowl and the Guyanese batting, I think we're in for an interesting game right through to the end.
I think we are. I agree with you, especially if they can keep their discipline here, Jamaica, not give away too many extras early.
First delivery.
That's where the Guyanese were so good, at least in that first 8 to 9 overs. They were so accurate with their lines and lengths. They had well set fields, and they didn't really allow the Jamaicans to get away.
So if the Jamaicans can do a similar job, it should be in for an interesting afternoon or evening.
Yeah, it's a good start, though, from Devija Brown.
Very busy in her run-up.
Sorry?
So she's very busy with her run-up.
She's a busy player, isn't she?
Yeah. Waste no time in getting back to her bowling mark. Did one swing in the a little bit there?
A little bit inwards movement to the right-hander through the air. A bit lucky to get away with that one. Just needed to make contact.
A little bit of bother there for the Guyanese opener. Is it Captain Mans? Daniele? So that doesn't look like her at all in terms of the physique we're looking at. It's number 53. Sarah Bahia. Short delivery, pulled away. Will they attempt the single? Yes, they're going through for it. It could have been a close call.
The first runs there. So good over that from Brown. Just one run coming from that. Keeping the pressure on early. That's what you'd want, especially in that power play. Just the two fielders allowed outside. It's when the batters really look to make hay.
A late plane going into the distance. A lot of activity at the VC Bird International Airport throughout the day. Maybe not as busy as the pre-COVID times.
And also we're out of season at the moment, so I anticipate that will pick up.
Sometime mid to late October. Going into the winter tourist season. Always the busiest time of the year.
I think this last tourist season we had was quite a busy one, just to the naked eye.
Oh, this one is swung away by Bahia. She will get 4 runs. Samara Lewis' first delivery was a full toss and swung away.
Yeah, slightly over pitched, waist high full toss, so maybe just a little lower. Let's put away with a plum by Bahia. She tried something similar in the previous over, but this time makes solid contact. First boundary to the Guyanese.
Some changes immediately coming up in the field placings for the Jamaicans. Captain Barr, who had chased the delivery down to mid-wicket, is sending back the point to third man. Again, but here getting blade onto the ball, but dragging it straight to the wide mid-on fielder. Samira Lewis, very strongly built. And this one is wide. From the moment it left her arm, you could see it was going to pitch wide and went even further away from the stumps.
Yeah, lost her radar on that one, did Lewis. Just to compare and contrast, like what we saw from young Bruce in that first game, batting alongside Ebony Brathwaite, the young left-hander, I think 13 years old. This one's been hit hard down the ground. Fielder comes around, does the work. So another single to Bahia. I was just saying, to compare and contrast even the style of a young Bruce to Bahia, you could see the difference in technique. The control, even though she wasn't finding boundaries or looking to find boundaries. You're just seeing the hallmarks of a very well organized young player.
Yeah, she was looking to find the gaps, playing
Yeah,
with
very
more
impressive
timing
what I
and
saw
wrist
from her.
than power. Very impressive innings.
Yeah, 20 of 19. It may not sound like much,
But it was effective.
very effective.
The last delivery, she was able to get it away for 4.
It's the way she went about it. You know, that technique. She said her coaching would have been, well, her early stages of her career, the coaching that she would have received, obviously has been some good coaching.
Yes.
But now it's how do we take them on? We even see that struggle in the men's game.
Full toss down the onside. Wait to see what the umpire will signal. If he will signal
Wide, no ball. Signals wide. I think there was a shout for that being a no ball as well, over
Yeah,
waist high, but
a good chance of being called a no ball.
look at that replay again.
Yeah, definitely over waist. No, very close to the shoulders. I would want to believe. I would want to say sorry. Yeah,
Very high.
very, very high.
She got away with that one in terms of this next delivery being a free hit. Better, a lot better from Lewis. So this is what we're talking about in terms of extras just creeping in here. It's where the Guyanese were so good. The fielders as well were very sharp, especially in that first power play. That was tight. That was tight. Probably wide, but she was hoping to get out of the over without any further damage. She's got to do this one again. So what these young players will learn as they progress is these extras have a way of really coming back to haunt you. Especially in the context of an over.
Umpire Tate doing some adjustments to the stumps and then going into the square leg region.
Oh,
The chance of, well, it was a drop catch and then a chance of a run out. Not being affected by the Jamaican team. Was it Captain Barr? Wasn't her? Because she's the mid-wicket Captain Barr, but it's the hat. Both her and
very similar
in build. Guthrie, Ashanti Guthrie, putting the catch down.
I think that should have been taken. We
Yes,
saw
should have been taken.
Brianna Samru take quite a good catch in that mid-on position in that previous inning. Not sure she needed to dive, did Guthrie. Got to her quite comfortably.
Maybe it's a natural enthusiasm to always show that she's going above and beyond in terms of what she's doing in the field. As this, looking at it again, Mali could have just come forward and just hold on to it by just standing her ground. wonder if she was looking to make, make the spectacular.
Brown opts to go around the wicket now. Adjustment in the field. Fine leg comes up into the circle. The backward square goes back. So the two fielders on the boundary here. Third man and deep backward. This is where things become a little bit tricky for these inexperienced players. Changing the angle should have been predominantly accustomed to bowling from over the wicket. And the mechanics slightly change from around the wicket as well. They'll learn that. She'll probably be feeling something different, not knowing exactly what it is at the moment. She's landed that on a good area. High, it's gone high. They're going to collide in the end. Another chance goes down. So mid-off and mid-on did converge in the end. No one got a hand to that. And another chance goes a begging.
Guthrie again.
So the ball's following her at the moment, I guess. Was it Skipper Bar this time?
Well,
in that mid-off region.
Isn't Skipper Ball at mid-wicket?
Don't know, you tell me. This is why.
Well, I know herself and Guthrie.
Very similar in stature, right?
Yes. Good stop.
That's Guthrie. In fact, no, that's Webley. Maybe a Webley. So it was Guthrie possibly on that previous catch.
Yeah, because Ball now is at the stumps with the number 7. And Guthrie is further to her left.
Skipper Bar is in that mid-wicket position when the left-hander's on. Extra cover when the right-hander's on strike.
Some more field adjustment for the right-hander.
And just slightly less assured in terms of what they want to do here, the Jamaican team. It's slightly different when Skipper Mans was in control. She knew exactly where she wanted her fielders, right hand, left hand.
I think what Captain Boy is doing, she's taking Guthrie out of the firing line by putting her on the mid-wicket boundary and taking up her position at mid-on. Well, to the left-hander, she's mid-off, and to the right-hander, she's at mid-on. So that's where Captain Ball has gone.
As we were saying, there's nowhere really to hide in this
No
format of the game, so the ball will find you at some point. Skipper Ball in at mid-on, marshalling her troops. Still yet to pick up a wicket. They'll need to pick up wickets.
They can't defend 102. Well, maybe 2. Maybe, just maybe. There's a possibility.
Yeah.
Look at what you're saying, Maddie. You can't hide, and there's Guthrie down on the mid-wicket boundary.
Especially when Bahir's on strike. That's her area. Onside, bottom hand comes into play. So Guthrie does very well there. Saves a couple runs. She's a long way behind square, though, for me. Especially with fine leg already in. Fine leg could possibly go a bit wider and allow Guthrie to cover a bit more ground in front.
Yes, agree with you there.
But these are little things that they learn as they play more games.
Brown continues. Short and keeping low. Punched away. They will at least get one. Will they chance a second? They decide against it.
Brianna Plummer does the fielding there.
Captain Ball comes back into the mid-wicket region for the left-handed Fraser. She has to wait because there's a little adjustment to the boot of the non-striker.
What is the score?
Yeah. Oh, she's turning that in. Why didn't she just take a step or two forward? Had she done that, that would have been an easy catch. Ooh.
It really would have.
Fraser playing it in the air. And
Looks like Sashan Ricketts.
Ricketts could have just walked in another step or two. And that would have been an easy catch. Instead, she waited for the ball to drop in front of her.
Now that's a shot.
Oh my. That's a good shot.
Fantastic piece of timing to the offside there by Jada Fraser.
Rubbing insult into the wounds of the Jamaicans, Fraser.
Could have been dismissed on that fifth ball. In the end, the sixth goes for 4. So she gets off the mark with a boundary. 3 overs gone. 21 without loss.
Still in the first power play. The Jamaicans would want to take advantage of the field restrictions in the first 5 overs.
They're ahead of the required run rate at the moment, scoring at 7 runs per over the required run rate, 4.82. Plummer into the attack. Left arm orthodox. Starts around the wicket.
The CPL continuing tonight. Mali, Jamaican Kingsmen against the Barbados Trident, 7 p.m.
In Jamaica?
In Jamaica.
Yes.
Sabina Park.
It's the return of CPL back
Yes.
to Jamaica.
The second game for the Kingsmen, losing their first match to the Antigua Falcons of the last ball last Friday. And now they're entertaining the Tridents, and that was pulled away with some power, but I still believe straight into the hands of Samara Lewis. Should have made a better fist of that.
Possibly. We're seeing a multitude of catches go down, not just in this innings, but throughout the day. So we targeted an area in which the girls definitely need to work on. That's judging the flight of the ball in the air, especially when it's coming either high catches or flat. Getting the hands in the right positions, reverse, cup, or orthodox.
It was off the ball in a Brianna Plummer, the left armer. Just tossing that one up wide up the leg stump.
That's better. That's better. I think that's a delivery she can look to replicate over and over. Not try anything too much. If I was her coach, that's the delivery I'm looking to lock down. Look to deliver that consistently, and then we build upon. Look to build upon that, but that has to be her stock delivery for me.
Yeah. She's getting more protection in the onside, as she's going to be bowling to the right-hander. This one is sliced away. It will go pretty close to the rope, but good footwork there.
And good batting that from Bahia.
Yeah.
Just staying a bit leg side of that delivery to access the offside. The boundary rider is on the onside when she's facing up. Now it changes. Extra cover goes back. Lewis comes back into that mid-wicket position. It's a heavily packed onside field. So Raya Blair will go back to the cold corner boundary. So in fact, no boundary riders on the offside. Good delivery, good duck to finish that for Plummer. So 5 runs coming from her first. Four overs gone. It's 26 without loss. Still well ahead of the required run rate here, the Guyanese women. It'll be Ricketts to come into the attack. Jamaica opting for the 2 boundary riders on the onside, deep backwards, square and deep mid wicket. Ringfield on the offside. Another bowler we're seeing bowl just off the wrong leg. So quite a few unorthodox actions. And I do like to see the unorthodoxy, especially in the bowlers at times. Everyone can't deliver the same. That unorthodoxy provides a point of difference. Just something a little different for the batter to face up to. To be fair, both these wrist spinners that I've seen so far, it's just been 3 deliveries from Ricketts and also Guyanese skipper earlier, showing good control. 4 dots to begin. It's a good start this from Ricketts. Good delivery and good batting through the gap. It's going to get close to the boundary. That's exactly what you want to see. Just finding the gap on the offside there was the left-handed Fraser. Played quite a sweet extra cover drive in the previous over as well. So that seems to be a strong area of hers. Offside region, that cover region. Chooses to go aerial this time. Picks out the fielder at mid-off, but it goes straight through the hands again.
Guthrie is not having a good time in the
Looks
field.
like Guthrie there in that mid-off position. Her second catch possibly going down.
She has to get better with her catching.
It's just started to rain here as well at the Coolidge Cricket Ground. This shower's just come out of nowhere. We haven't seen the groundsman make too much of it so far, so they're not too worried. Have a look at this. This was that drop catch, choosing to go aerial and down the ground. Guthrie gets into a good position, but goes straight through the hands in the end.
And she'd be so disappointed with that, because she knows that catches like these would help her team to win the match. And this is second or third catch going down. And Guthrie would have been guilty on at least 2 occasions.
Also,
I'm here
as well for the Guyanese bowling with a wet ball. This shower becoming a bit heavier. Still no covers coming on. Umpires are calling for them, and they will come on now.
The ground staff looked a little bit reluctant to bring the covers on. I guess they're saying that it's going to be a short, sharp shower.
But the issue with that is it just changes the batting conditions slightly if we allow this pitch to get a bit too wet. It won't quite be the same pitch necessarily.
But they're not even running now, Mali. It's like a stroll in the park.
A fast stroll, as it said.
Well, at least they're getting the first cover on. You'll see it now on your screen.
So it has had a little sprinkle, hasn't it?
Will it spice up the pitch?
Don't know. Remains to be seen. Maybe it'll just grip a bit more.
Well, there's a break in play, and we certainly deserve a break ourselves, Mali. So we'll take it as it's given to us, and we'll come back in a short while with the continuation of this match in the Cricket West Indies Rising Stars Women's Under-19 Championship match between Jamaica and Guyana. The Guyana women 29 without loss, tracing 104 for victory. Back at the Coolidge Cricket Ground, we had a stoppage for about 15, maybe 20 minutes, if that long, for a little bit of rain, nothing to threaten the outcome of this game. Nothing to suggest. Yes, nothing to suggest that we won't complete the Guyana innings.
So the equation remains the same, 74 of 90.
Gettable.
Very gettable. They've got wickets in hand. Guyana.
This is Captain Barr to Fraser. Her first ball of the innings. So after spilling about 2 or 3 catches, the Jamaicans, Captain Barr will want to show her teammates with the ball that she can bring them back into the game. Not that they're totally out of it, but they need a wicket or two.
Still live, still a very live contest. As you said, a wicket or two here for Jamaica. Bring them right back into it.
She's going to change the line of her attack. She's coming over the wicket. She was going around the wicket. Short delivery and punch in the air, but dropping short of the fielder in Plummer. This one will get Fraser a single.
So far, it's been a good first over this from Skipper Barr.
Miss Turner and her compadre.
Yeah, every now and again, she seems to have a revolving door of
Friends
that keep popping in to say hi.
I wouldn't say she's marooned in below the western gantry. She's no pun intended.
She's always in her colors, regardless. If it's a Falcon, she's got the Falcons jersey on. She represents everything cricket, West Indies and Antigua cricket.
Ball has gone over the wicket for the right-hander here.
It's been a good first 5 deliveries so far.
She just maybe needs to get a wicket to make it the perfect over that she might have been anticipating when she decided to take the ball, the Jamaican captain. And this one is swung away, but not with any timing. More intent than execution. That brings up the end of the 6th over, 30 without loss. The Guyanese chasing 104 for victory.
Yeah, got to give Jamaica a lot of credit here for just bringing this run rate down now. It's exactly 5, and the required run rate slightly higher, 5.21. Remember, they were scoring at 7s and above the majority of their innings so far. So as you were saying, Colin, if they can add a wicket or 2 here in this little phase of play, it'll bring them right back into the game. It'll be Plummer to continue. Brianna Plummer.
Yeah. The 2 wicket takers, or main wicket takers in the Jamaican team are on. Would be interesting to see the bowling figures for the Jamaicans against the Leeward Islands when they bowl their full quarter of 20 overs. And that would give us an indication of who are the potential wicket takers for the Jamaicans. A short delivery, flat battered drive There's a chance of a run out. Yes. Oh, that was poor cricket on the part of the Guyanese batter Sarah Bahia. The ball was hit down to wideish mid-off, and instead of maybe backing up much better than she was doing, by the time Fraser called it her through for the single, she was always struggling to make her ground, and the throw to the wicketkeepers and ended up in Bahia being run out for 12.
She had to go for 12 from 21. We're just seeing the benefits of a couple quiet overs, the effect that can have. Once again, just misjudging that run. The first wicket goes down for the Guyanese. Have a look at that. It was hit down the ground. There was a bit of a misfield. But in the end, she almost gave up the chase. Oh, she wasn't aware that the ball was coming to her end. She wasn't absolutely sprinting away. So Guthrie there makes amends for maybe her spotty catching earlier. The good throw affecting the run out. So the first wicket down. Just what Jamaica would have needed.
Didn't come via catch or bowl, but through the run out route, it's still a wicket. So looking at the Jamaican bowling figures against the Leewards in their last game, the Haver Brown 1 for 14 from 4. Webley, none for 28 from 4. Ricketts, 2 for 8 from 4. Barr, 1 for 16 from 4. And Hall, none for 19 from 4. So they only got 4 wickets in against the Leewards. This will go into the ropes. Good shot there from Fraser. Or is it Brianna Samaru?
Showing her power. Left-hander, very strong. The end, the fielder did slightly misjudge that one. It's another wicket. This time Samaru has to go, so it was 4 on the previous delivery, out the next. Gives a quite tame catch to the fielder at point. And just like that, Colin, Guyana 2 down.
And just as we were saying in the previous over, the Jamaicans would have been looking for a wicket or 2, and they have gotten both now. The 2 wickets they might have been searching for after the rain break. And they're putting themselves back into this match.
Yeah, and what tends to happen after a break as well, especially with batters, the concentration levels aren't necessarily where they need to be just after a break. And so far, that's proven to be the case. I had some poor running to begin with, and Samaru go in there. She looked like she was the kind of player that could take the game away in terms of her power. But in the end, that was a very tame stroke indeed. But she'll learn a lot from that. All these girls will, to be fair. It's the competition, it's the fight that you want to see.
And the Jamaicans are fighting back.
Culturally, it's not necessarily in their culture to not be fighters, regardless of sport, whatever they do.
It's in their DNA.
Try to put their best foot forward.
Well, 1 wicket went by the run-out route. The other one was taken by the bowler Plummer as she comes in again.
This is the opportunity now for Jamaica to really squeeze the new batter in Leach. Fraser, she's been there for some time, 16 deliveries.
It's a full toss. And there's a chance of a run out. The 3rd wicket is going down and has gone down. What are the Guyanese doing? They're not concentrating, Mali.
No, they're not. They're almost imploding at the moment. Yet another unforced error of a dismissal going via the run-out route. Seems at times the girls is when they make contact, they think it's a run as well. You've got to wait, see the ball into the gap, and then judge that run. It was Guyana Leach only facing 2 deliveries this time, so just like that, Jamaica rode back into this game 35 for 3 now.
Well, at the break, it was 30 without loss, and within the space of 10 deliveries, Guyana losing 3 wickets, 3 in this over, and still 1 ball to go, or was it the end of the over?
I think it was the end of the over.
So 1 to the run-out route, 2 to the run-out route, and 1 taken by the left-arm spinner in Plummer. Over at Ball Beef in Liberty today, Mali, and the Windward Islands only making 52 all out of. Yes, 52 all out. 3, 6, 9, 13, 17, 19.4 overs.
Trinidad managed to get that in 6.3 overs, 53 without loss.
Ramnat 4 for 10. So she's also one of the better players in this tournament. Wasn't the end of the over, Mali. Still, still another delivery to go. And Plummer is going to be what, a free hit? Is it? That what he was signaling? It was a wide, so this one she's trying to pull away, but straight to the fielder. And just before you could say good afternoon to you in Kingston, Jamaica, the Jamaicans have pulled themselves back into the game within 10 deliveries after the restart for a rain interruption for about 15-20 minutes or so.
Yeah, they've lost 3 wickets for 6 runs of Guyana. It's really put Jamaica back into the game. Aaliyah Henry at the crease now. You think if they could get another one, maybe in this over, it really would have these Guyanese women under pressure.
So Trinidad and Tobago, with 3 wins from 3 matches, sitting comfortably at the top of the table. Barbados are next with 2 wins from 3, 1 game rained out or rain affected. Bar to Fraser.
So we're anticipating that Barbados Trinidad matchup at some point.
Looks likely that way. First versus second in the finals on Saturday here at the Coolidge Cricket Ground. That should be a 2 p.m. game. 2 teams with good support from parents, friends, and relatives coming from their respective home countries. Is the catch taken?
Yeah.
Somewhat obscured by the blurriness of the glass in front of us. So the 4th wicket has gone down. It's the Guyanese giving up 4 wickets, and I reckon that's 6 balls from Bar after the restart. Let's say 8 from Plummer, 14, 2 from Bar in this over. So that's 4 wickets in 16 balls.
Yeah.
Just hitting this one aimlessly in the air.
30 without loss at the break.
And the catch taken. Well judged and well held.
So I think a good way to chart that would be they lost the last 4 wickets for just 6 runs. It's been a real stranglehold by Jamaica post that rain break.
And you would say that just like the hydration break did in football for some teams, this rain break has done a world of good for the Jamaicans.
Huge. Massive. It came at the right time for the Jamaicans to slow down the momentum of Guyana. And they haven't responded since. It's been all Jamaica. Bar just conceded 1 run so far in her spell.
Jamaicans have been aided and abetted by 2 unnecessary runouts by the Guyanese.
contributed a couple wickets here.
Yeah. And a couple of poor shots on the part of two of their batters.
But similar to what we saw in the first game, especially when we were analysing the leewards, it's more of the same here. It's looking to pick out some of these players that you think you could go forward with.
This one is pulled away, but the mid-on fielder is right there to prevent any run. So Shane Ricketts. Ball gain. Maybe just pulling down the length a little bit there.
Yeah, that one was more into the pitch, showing very good control here for Daniel Ball.
Last ball of her second over. Only conceding one run in the previous over, and that's a maiden over.
A wicket maiden.
Wicket maiden. So she's spot on. Will she
like-
continue, or will she hold herself for the last two overs?
Nah,
Coming to the end of the innings.
One more in this situation. Really look to get another wicket, set Jamaica back even further. Then maybe she could hold back herself for one. It's been the spin twins of Barr and Plummer that have done the job here post the rain delay. Have a look at that. That run rate's really come down. It's below 5 now.
Plummer continues. So one is flighted. They will at least get a single, because Ricketts has to move from her mid-off position to a wideish mid-on. No, it's not Ricketts. It was actually Devasia Brown. You were in a very big number there, number 99.
Mm-hmm.
Another single for the Guyanese. They will need a partnership from Alia Henry and Akila Stephen. Guyana would hope that they can stay there for the next 5 or so overs.
Yes, exactly. Next 5 or so overs, scoring roughly 5 runs an over or so, keeps Guyana in the game. But they can't afford to lose wickets. Any more wickets at this stage brings a new batter to the crease. It's going to take them a bit of time to get acclimatized. This one swung away. Hand coming off the bat, one-handedly swung away by Aaliyah Henry.
You know, we're talking about the level and the different age group cricket being played in Barbados, and I'm just seeing something here. 2026 Student Revolving Loan Fund BCA on the 15 tournament. Day 2, August 12th.
Oh, just through the hands again. Another catch goes down. Is it Guthrie again in that mid-on position?
We'll get it on the replay.
Over. Have a look at that. Full toss. Picks out the fielder. Just goes through the hands in the end.
Ashanti Guthrie guilty again on that occasion. That's the third catch I reckon she has put down.
I told you, you can't. There's nowhere to hide. Obviously, she's not willfully dropping these catches, but the ball is following her. All of a sudden, 42 for 4, 30 without loss to 42 for 4. 10 overs remaining, 60 balls left in this contest.
As you predicted, Mali, ball continues.
You'd think she'll give herself one more in this situation, at least. Then she'll hold back 6 deliveries to when she thinks is the ideal time.
Short, not given the treatment that was desired. This one short and wide of the off stump. The previous one short, but pitched in between middle and off, or more middle than leg to some extent. Slightly more pitched up delivery from Bar a while ago, and there was Stevens getting onto the front foot and hitting it back over the head of the bowler down the ground for 4. 4 welcome runs for the Guyanese. They're into the 40s.
Yeah, she got the length she wanted where she could get under a delivery. This one was slightly flat in the trajectory, but was hit well. There are no fielders in that position, right back over the bowler's head. Once again, looks to take on mid-off again. Mid-off up in the circle. Just needed to clear that fielder, and she does. So back-to-back boundaries now at Daniel Barr, coming under a bit of pressure.
So the counter-attack is coming from Akila Stevens. That's cricket we want to see.
Definitely counter-punch here. Bit of flight. Once again, it's wider of that off stump, so it just allows the batter to free the arms. Looks to go downtown. That's a very good area in which to strike. Right back past the bowler. In fact, mid long on and long off. Very straight now. 1 delivery remaining. Full toss. Swatted in the gap. Work for the field at mid wicket to do. She can't get there. And it's 3 boundaries to end that bar over. Slightly, well, not slightly, but she spoiled that with those 3 boundaries. And as Stephen races to 16 from 13, the score is 54 for 4.
The run rate is back up for the Guyanese. That was very productive for them. It's always nice to see the counter. Whenever you're under pressure, you counter the best way you can. After 10 overs, the halfway stage of the Guyanese innings, Guyana 54 for 4, chasing 104 for victory. We'll take a short break as the players are doing, and we'll be right back. So the players have refreshed themselves, and we're now on the home stretch of this game. 49 runs needed from 60 balls. So if the Guyanese keep their cool, keep their composure, they should be able to get there. But
Do they have enough wickets in hand, though? That's the question.
our good friend Miss Webley, the Heaver Webley, has taken the ball. No, it's Guthrie, is our good friend. That Webley who was always look. It was Guthrie who the ball was always following.
Yeah, Webley into the attack. No, can't afford to give away too many extras this final phase. It's a much better delivery, that.
Some were dying before you got to the batter in Alia Henry.
And that in itself will pose its own challenges. It's a kind of delivery where a batter can't get under. And if you look to play the horizontal bat stroke, it could go under the bat.
And hit it plumb in front or into the stumps.
Best serve to present a full face here, Leah Henry. And then if it's really sharp, then you play the horizontal back stroke. Third man comes up into the circle. Is it? No, that's the other thing. Or do we just call it deep third now? It's not third man anymore.
Is that what they call cow corner? And this one is pulled away. It's in the air, but it will fall safely in front of the fielder who's coming around to her right to field.
So we're saying the cricket vernacular is changing, especially as more and more women get involved in the game. So from deep third to short third, we'll see. Oh, that's been hit back at her powerfully. There was a chance for another wicket. She didn't quite get her hands in the right position. Stephen, the danger player here for Jamaica. If she can hang around for the next few overs. So it's hammered back past the bowler once again. Fielder comes round from long on, does fantastic work, saves a couple runs.
I reckon that's Guthrie.
So fantastic work
That's
from Guthrie.
God, that's it.
Really getting round to her left.
Shows a lot of enthusiasm in the field. Might have one or two blemishes in terms of her catching ability, but she's going to give it wholehearted effort.
Yeah, that will come. That's something we'll see throughout this tournament. The majority of teams, the high catching. She's cleaned her up through the gate, full and straight. So Webley now gets into the wickets, and Jamaica halfway through this Guyana lineup. 58 for 5.
That was a full pitch delivery, and the batter just really didn't maybe keep her eyes right onto the ball before making contact and going through her and bowled as we watch it on the replay. Dead on line and stumps.
With that wicket, I think Jamaica's just slightly moved into the ascendancy here in this game. Halfway through, as we said, we're not sure exactly how deep this Guyanese team bats. But with the equation the way it is, 45 or 54, you'd think, okay, things are still relatively comfortable from a Guyanese perspective. Not really.
So it was Akila Stevens, the vice captain, who was just being bowled, brings in the captain, Daniel Mans.
She'll have to play a captain's knock here. They need a partnership. Can they find a partnership of 20 to 30 between this pair?
58 for 5. 9 overs to go. Sashane Ricketts comes into the attack for her second over. She has replaced Captain Adina Ball.
Bit of turn.
Quite pronounced.
Yeah, bit of turn available to Ricketts. Maybe that little sprinkle that this pitch has gotten has just allowed the ball to grip a little bit more than we were seeing prior to the rain coming here at Coolidge.
Don't look like she's afraid to let the ball do the work for her.
Once again, turn. Well played as well by Henry. Been very impressed with the wrist spinners that we've seen
Yes,
today.
I'm just about to make that point. Though she has the one that cuts back into the batter. Henry still can't get the ball away. As the Jamaicans look to press home their slight advantage at this stage of the game. 45 needed. This one is pulled away in the air. Can Captain Bott take the catch?
She does.
Yes, and the Jamaicans, as I was just saying, looking to press home their slight advantage. They have now inched up that by a few percentage because the wicket of Henry has gone, caught by ball of the bowling of Ricketts, and Ricketts haven't considered running in her second over, and the Guyanese are 8 for 6.
Yeah, they are. It's a real struggle now. If I was a betting man, my money would definitely be on the Jamaica team. Since that rain here at Coolidge, both teams' fortune have gone in contrasting directions. Jamaica have been all over this Guyanese team and they've struggled to respond. 30 without loss at that time in which the rain came. 58 for 6 now.
6 wickets for 28 runs. This Guyana is still in 45 and 50 balls. But as Mali would have indicated, is whether or not the Guyanese have the depth in their batting to get to that target. This one spinning away from the new batter in Jarara Rodriguez. Or is it Rodriguez? There's an S at the end.
It depends on the pronunciation. I think sometimes it's Rodriguez, sometimes it's Rodriguez. So Jaraya faced her first delivery. Good over that from Ricketts. A successful one. Jamaica now looking like the team at the moment, but we know how quickly things can change, especially in this format.
Yeah.
1 wicket for Plummer, 1 for Ricketts, 1 for Barr. Webley as well, as we've just seen. Brown and Samira Lewis wicketless so far.
So Rodriguez, the new batter. She has faced 2 deliveries. Or is it Man's the captain?
I think it's the skipper on strike.
Yes, skipper is on strike, yes.
Batting outside that off stump. So covering her stumps fully.
She might have detected, Mali, that the deliveries wide of off stump might be keeping a bit low, and she wants to make sure that she covers all eventuality, but still taking a chance with that stance.
Can't afford to miss anything straight here. Remarkable how this Jamaican team has just been so switched on since that break. We said there were a couple wickets contributed to them via the run-out route. But they've taken their opportunities.
And you can say too, they have made their luck
Mm.
and they're capitalizing. Because when they came back from the break, that first over after the rain break, bowled by Captain Barr, she didn't concede a run.
Set the tone.
And that set the tone. Putting the pressure on the Guyanese batters and in trying to free themselves from the stronger hold. There were 2 run-outs plus 2 wickets plus the wicket in the next over, bowled by Plummer. And that really set the cat among the pigeons. This one is hit back to the bowler and she's out caught. So Rodriguez not getting to the pitch of the delivery and not having the power nor the timing in the shot, just hitting it back straight to the bowler. And the Jamaicans will feel from here, where the Guyanese are 59 for 7, that they're in with a shout of winning this game. A big one at that.
Oh, massive shout. Definitely favourites now. And I think what's really coming back to haunt this Guyana team is not having that power towards the back end. So a couple cameos from Jamaica when they batted down the order. Batters coming in, being able to find the boundaries.
So we see the replay of the 7th wicket going down for the Guyanese.
Simple catch, very simple catch.
Webley.
We've seen quite a few simple catches go down today, though, so you got to give credit to Webley for taking that.
And her 3rd wicket as well, 3 for 5. And she's still in her second. Well, she's still in her second over. So, though she has the golden arm to take 2 more wickets with the next 2 balls. Rosanna Patterson comes to the crease. She's having a little bit of issue with her helmet. And she's now walking to the substitute fielder to get some assistance. She's actually changing it as well. So the helmet being adjusted. 44 from 44. 44 runs from 44 balls. All the 4s are there for the taking.
Only 3 wickets in hand.
Only 3 wickets in hand.
That's the major issue for Guyana. Haven't managed to keep wickets in hand. 2 new batters at the crease. Patterson yet to face. Man's only faced 3 deliveries so far. And it's what you don't want in this format.
Webley. That one is outside of off stump. Another dot delivery. More pressure building on the Guyanese.
Yeah, fantastic figures. 2 for 5. 1 delivery remaining. Ups to push. Fine leg back onto the boundary. So she's opting for all her boundary riders on the onside.
Good shot. And that will go into the boundary for 4.
And that's smart cricket. Very smart cricket, as we were saying. Boundary riders all on the onside. Ups to go offside. Just needed to find the gap. Sweet timing.
So Webley just overcompensating there. With the
cricket shot, that.
Length of the delivery and swatted away for 4 by Patterson. As we see a shot of, is that Roland Holder, and another official of Cricket West Indies?
Not sure who's in the red. Roland Holder in blue.
There was a delegation during the break of innings, or during the break of the just before the start of this game, in the grandstand here, I think the gentleman in the red was part of that party, that the delegation. Let me take back the word party, because
Funny, I tend to see that every time I come here.
don't know
To
what
be honest,
event
the
is coming up.
delegation inspecting.
Yes. You know, the coolest cricket ground has been used for a number of fetes throughout the years.
Yep.
I think since the resumption of normal life after COVID, the coolest cricket ground has been one of the premier venues for fetes. There was even one here last Sunday.
Definitely. There'll be one here again this weekend, I'm sure. Fantastic delivery that though from Sashani Ricketts. Turn and bounce once again. Delivers from quite high. Shows remarkable control for a player of her age. Just there again. Fantastic delivery. Lands the ball more often than not on the length that she wants. Look at that. Fantastic delivery. Turn and bounce. Actually going. Takes the outside edge. There's no slip in though. Would have been a comfortable catch for that first slip. Have a look at this. Pitching on about middle and leg. And turning away.
She was lucky that she wasn't bowled as well, Maddie. Ball just
bounce.
going over the stumps. The extra bounce there.
Lands another one. Fantastic stuff. Good wicket keeping as well. Good sound wicket keeping.
She's into her last over. Another delivery and she will complete it. Her spell of 4. 1 for 3 so far. She will get a second wicket here because Captain Boy is going to take this one. She pouches it in. And she's there celebrating with her bowler, Captain Barr, and Ricketts, the bowler. And we can say, barring any foreseen glorious uncertainties, that this game will go to the Jamaicans. They have taken the 8-wicket Guyana 64 for 8.
Yeah, it's been a procession since the rains came here at the Coolidge Cricket Ground. Sashana Ricketts has been very impressive. 3 for 2 from her 3 overs. So she's still got another over in which to possibly pick up a 4th.
So it's actually her 3rd over. I thought it was her 4th. 2 for 3. And she, along with Captain Barr after the break and to some extent Webley, have brought Jamaica back into this game in less than no time.
Yeah. But from a West Indian perspective, Mans, Ricketts, Rispin, thought they've been very impressive.
Yes.
Brianna Plummer as well with her left arm orthodox. Got to remember Webley, she's wasn't originally selected in this match, so she's had to be substituted in this game. Opening batter retiring hurt.
Was it
Shamara Hall it was. So Webley has made a fantastic contribution to her team when called on. Picked up 2 wickets already. Looking to finish things off here. Still 37 off 36. So from a runs and balls perspective, things are comfortable, but no wickets really in hand. Just 2 for Guyana. That's a big shout given adjacent. Webley picks up her 3rd. The 9th goes down now for the Guyana women. And Jamaica just 1 wicket away.
Shanisa Thomas being struck in front and adjacent. An umpire Thompson raising the dreaded finger. And the Jamaicans are 1 wicket away from completing a good comeback victory, Mali.
Yes, it's remarkable how things have changed since the first few overs. Things look very comfortable for the Guyanese, that opening partnership. Then we had that rain break. And then all hell broke loose here at the Coolidge Cricket Ground. It's given out in the end. Umpire thought that was at least clipping that leg stump.
Well, it was swinging down the onside, Mali, and came back in, swung back in, and the umpire felt that it was sufficiently lined to give the verdict. Don't think the Guyana batter
Would be too happy with that.
Yeah, she didn't look pleased at all.
Another one close. This one just sneaking down as he signaled to the bowler in Webley. But how good has she been? She's been in between wicket and wicket. And in this format, it's the best way to go. If the batter misses, you hit. Brings all the dismissals into play. Bowl, leg before. Batter may swing, get an edge. It's a fantastic line of attack from Webley. Slightly wider would be a run-out opportunity. Once again, the bowler couldn't quite gather. Maybe wasn't the best of throws.
No, should have been over the stumps, not besides
Had
the
time
stump.
as well.
Had time, yeah. But that was almost a suicidal single taken there by the Guyanese last pair in Captain Danielle Mans and Christina Jackson.
And the more games these girls get, they'll work out exactly what's required on every play, as you say.
Going down the onside, wide signal by umpire Thompson.
Times when the ball's hit to them and there's a run-out opportunity, you can just see them get maybe a little bit overly excited.
And maybe it's in their minds that once you get contact onto the ball, you should be looking for a run. But you gotta wait. You gotta wait that split second or second.
And you can tell for a lot of these ladies, the game hasn't necessarily slowed down yet. Everything seems very manic.
Yeah.
Things happen very quickly. It's also that speed of thought that separates athletes good from great, great from absolutely legendary. A lot of people think it's athleticism. It's a lot of the time the brain, that speed of thought. Being able to make good decisions under pressure as well.
It would be interesting to get a word from the Jamaica camp about the condition of
Hall,
opener.
Shamara Hall.
Yes. And also waiting for a further update on Ebony Brathwaite.
Yes.
She was taken to the hospital for precautionary x-rays and tests. An appeal for caught at the wicket. Umpires on move.
So good over that from Navia Webley. Another successful one. Her figures as well really stand out type figures. 3 overs, no maidens. 3 for 13.
So the CPL matches come to Antigua from August 20th, 22nd, 23rd, and 25th at the Sir Richard Stadium. Have you gotten your shirt as yet, Mali?
I haven't. Have you?
No, I haven't got mine as yet either. But this flyer that is advertising the Antigua matches looks a very nice one.
I will say I'm not loving the Antigua Falcon shirt this year.
Well, the reason why I brought it up was to show you that maybe that's the away shirt and this one is the home shirt.
Well, let's hope that this one's the one that we'll be seeing. That one that we've seen them play in recent days. Predominantly grey for some reason. And
Don't
that Antigua
associate
shirt
grey.
used to stand out over the past couple of seasons for the colors, the mix
Yes.
of colors. Black, the blue, the yellow, the red. Maybe someone should have a word with Alzari. Maybe he could design the Antigua Falcon shirt with him launching his
AJ brand.
AJ brand sportswear.
Very commendable
Definitely.
initiative there.
Definitely. Just need to support it.
Yes.
Everyone here, this is where it starts at home.
So, getting back to the action in the middle, Ricketts, this is
Hunting a
definitely a
fifth.
last over.
Hunting a fifth here.
I think the
In fact, hunting a third, if I'm mistaken. In fact, she's conceded 4 runs, 2 for 4. In this her 4th over, so
yes,
what a spell it's been.
this is going to be it. Is it? No, just dropping short in front of the fielder. The batters will come back for the second run, and a chance that there could be a run out in the making, but Jackson getting back to the wicketkeepers and in the nick of time.
And they've taken wickets so regularly, it feels like almost every delivery will be a wicket here. Once again, Ricketts landing her leg spinners consistently. And then I put the commentator's curse on her.
She was looking to get it on middle and leg on that occasion, but overcompensating by going wide of leg stump, wide signal, second wide of the over.
It's amazing how often that happens.
That was the delivery she was looking for.
2 overs, 2 deliveries remaining in her quarter. Can she finish with a third? Can she finish with a third? She'd love to wrap the game up here.
Played back just to the left of the bowler Ricketts, and this is going to be her final delivery. Can she end the game with her last ball of her 4 over spell? This one is just pulled down a bit by her and pulled away by Jackson. She gets a single, and the Guyanese are still fighting, Maddie. 73 for 9.
As you'd expect. Throughout their time in the field, you could see that enthusiasm, that competitive spirit. It maybe just suffered from a lack of real execution with the bat here in this run chase. But there's still a lot to be encouraged by.
Very much so.
In this tournament. Webley looks like to bowl her final over.
This one is played into the onside. They will get a single. And I don't think the last 2 batters for Guyana would mind if they get in ones and the occasional 2.
Definitely
they just
not.
want to bat the 20 overs.
Hopefully, that would be the aim. I think if they could see out.
So one after this one. I'm looking at the manual scoreboard as well. She's getting sufficient bat onto that one.
Luckily, Daniela Mann, she's been trying to hold on here for her team. 1 of 11. She knows one mistake here, the game's all done. Pressure being applied. Long on comes up into the circle. Punched the way down to that fielder Guthrie in that mid-on region. It's had a mixed day in the field. Some good, some bad. But it's been encouraging overall to see the enthusiasm, competitive spirit from all the players on show today. That'll be wide. She'll have to do that one again. Maybe a Webley.
I don't think she'll be phased by that. The extra delivery might give her a chance to end the game.
End up with a nice little 4 for here.
And after not being in the starting 11, she has come back and played a crucial role after coming as a concussion sub for her fellow teammate, Samara Hall. This is man's with that guard outside of off stump, or stance outside of off stump. She is encouraging the bowler to attack the leg stump, and that goes past the wicketkeeper, and they will get one by. So yes,
it's been so encouraging to see how many of these
one wide, not by. Sorry.
Yeah, how many of these ladies are willing to put their bodies on the line. It was young Brown on that occasion. This match almost a formality, but still willing to put her body on the line to save runs for her team. Exactly what you want to see.
Goes through the wicketkeeper again, and Mans is quickly through for the single.
So overall, it's been some pretty decent wicket keeping from the wicketkeeper, especially to the spinners. Just here towards the back end, just allowing a few byes through. It's obviously standing up to the medium pace. So one delivery remaining for Webley. Can she get 4 here? Full and straight should be the order of the day. It's when she's been at her most successful. Full and straight. You miss, I hit. So it's pumped down the ground.
She overhauls it 3/4 of the way to the boundary, and the batters are back for the second run.
Guthrie again. She's been in the action throughout this innings. The end of Webley's spell, a fantastic spell of bowling from her. 4 overs, 3 for 19.
And that was the penultimate over. The last one coming up. But according to the manual scoreboard, we're into the last over. What is appearing on our graphics is that there are 3 more overs to go. 23 runs in 18 balls. So where are we, Marty?
I'm going with the graphics at the moment.
I think the manual scoreboard got ahead of themselves.
The first over was bowled from the airport road end, if I remember correctly. So we should end from this, the media center. And with the 1 over remaining, bar comes back in.
Well, depending on which.
Her over. Her quarter.
Her quarter, yes.
Starts with a wide down the leg side.
Will they try to look for a second? They're not going to chance to
So opportunity for her as well. She 3 overs for 14. She conceded 3 boundaries of her final 3 deliveries of her third over, which really spoiled her figures. Up until then, she had 1 wicket for 2 runs.
Will they look for the run? There's a chance.
Wicketkeeper chooses the wrong end. Just needed to have a look. That will come. That will come. The more cricket these young girls play, that awareness. That match awareness. This one's been hit back. And it's been taken. So 2 for a Daniel Barr. That wicket.
That was a very good catch, Mali.
Fantastic catch. That wicket
low to her left
brings the end of this match. Bowling out Guyana for 82. So Jamaica doing very well, winning this game by 21 runs. And as you were saying, Colin, fantastic catch to end the match.
Yes, showing that she stayed into the game right to the end. Never lost her concentration there a while ago, and making sure she skip her team to victory.
So what's been quite clear to see, especially in the field, that Daniel Barr is absolutely superb in terms of her catching, her fielding, her bowling as well. Very good. A lot to work with.
Very much so. Very much so. Very impressed with some of the players we have seen here, not only today, but on Sunday as well.
Throughout, yes.
Yes, this is just the third round of these matches, and if the players are improving match by match, by the time we get to the finals on Saturday, we should see some very good cricket as we have been seeing at stages throughout the matches that we have been covering. So congratulations to the Jamaicans. It's their second win. So just like Barbados, they're on 2 wins, 1 loss. Barbados haven't lost one, but one was affected by rain, no result. Trinidad out front with 3 wins from their 3 matches. So coming down to the next round of matches, which the 4th round, which will be played tomorrow, we could start to see who are the teams that will likely to finish in the top 4. But congratulations to Jamaica. They have won this game by 22 runs.
Yep. 21 runs.
21 runs. They had 104 to make, 103. 21 would have made it 103. 22, 104. So the scores would have been level if the 21 runs. So congratulations to them. We look forward to those round of matches for tomorrow. And we'll be back here at the Coolidge Cricket Ground for this doubleheader. And 1 match at Liberta. And Trinidad and Tobago winning this morning over the Windward Islands by 10 wickets, and Barbados defeating the Leeward Islands by 93 runs. So that's the tail of the tape in terms of the results. And for tomorrow, we'll have the Leeward Islands against Trinidad and Tobago here at Coolidge starting at 9. Jamaica against Barbados. That is going to be a key match at Liberta at 10, and Guyana against the Windwards in the second match of the doubleheader here at Coolidge at 2 p.m. So those are the matches for tomorrow. So Mali, you want to give your closing thoughts and your reflections?
Yeah, just encouraging to see these players in this Women's Rising Stars Under 19 tournament here. It's all about expanding this pool of ladies and women, and so far I'm very encouraged with what I see. Obviously there's a lot of work to do, but I'm looking forward to tomorrow and the rest of the tournament. Obviously Barbados and Jamaica proving victorious today, but still a long way to go in this tournament, and a lot of exciting cricket still on the card. So join us tomorrow for a lot more of it.
So on behalf of my fellow commentator Marley Richards and our production team, Cricket 360, Colin James saying over and out from the Coolidge Cricket Ground in Antigua. See you tomorrow.